the flag we all beating our chest. When it's peace, it's the same old game, the same old players, same old names. Right. My skin is my sin. My skin is my sin. My skin is my sin.
And I want to make sure that we get to Yusuf, and I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, Asturias, blackjunction.com, a social media site for us and by us. And I'm gonna let him tell you about it, man. Like I was impressed by the numbers myself. So without further ado, let's get Yusuf on the line. What's good, fam?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? How you doing?
All right, yourself.
Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, we hear you loud and clear.
All right, yeah, I was my bad for calling a little late. I was trying to rush back and get back in the house, get on the phone.
Oh, it happens, bro. You know, how's life though?
Everything's good, man.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. So let's get into it right quick. Blackjunction.com. When did y'all start it up? How y'all doing right now? And you already know, man. We shout you out every show. But just give us the background on everything you got going on with that.
Yeah, first of all, we definitely appreciate it, man. The shout outs. We checking out your show. I'm checking out your show all the time, so I definitely appreciate the support. But we started Black Junction. It's only been about 4 or so months. We started back in mid-September. We launched it back in mid-September. We originally started on our website, blackmainstreet.net, and the platform originally was it was mainly geared towards black businesses, towards supporting black businesses and connecting black businesses with each other. So we started out there as a social media, a social networking platform for black businesses. This was back late 2015 or so. And that platform grew pretty quickly. We had about 6,000 members on that. But after a while, we started getting feedback from the community saying, that they wanted to be able to connect with customers and not just connect with businesses. We were limited in that particular network to only black businesses. So that combined with, it seemed like there just seemed to be a whirlwind of people suddenly saying that they was getting blocked on Facebook, they was getting censored on Facebook, and then that combined with the feedback from the community of Black Main Street that we had going, sparked us to kind of change the platform into something that was for black people in general. So we essentially just, Black Main Street is still up, but it's no longer a social networking site, so we essentially started all over again with Black Junction from zero, because we had to redo the whole platform because Black Main Street was set up specifically for businesses. So we got everything going. We got it up back in September, and since then it's been taking off. We got a lot of people on the site, a lot of positive feedback. The community is growing quickly, so we're just trying to take it to the next level right now for this year.
So how many in the community thus far?
We're over 10,000 right now. We got over 10,000 signups right now, and a lot of that is based off of we built something with Black Main Street. And right now, like I said, Black Main Street is a blog site. We get a lot of views to the blog. It's a blog site about just the black community in general, about black history topics, current events in the black community, and things like that. And we get a lot of hits and a lot of views on that site, so we push those over to Black Junction. So whenever you go view something on Black Main Street, you get the pop-up and you click on it and join in Black Junction. So we've been growing pretty rapidly.
That's fire right there. 10,000 though, man. That's definitely that speaks volumes. And I don't think most of us would have known that.
Now that we know that you're the creator, could you just give us an idea? Since I'm somebody that never seen your social media, your social network. Give us an idea of what type of conversations and things be going on. It's not a lot of quote unquote nigger shit and a whole bunch of babbling back and forth. Where's your location at, nigga?
It's not at all
about building. Oh, yes, sir.
It's really about building. I was just telling my partner, this, we got a lot of intellectual people in the timeline just talking about building the black community. There's no arguments going on. There's not a lot of bullshit. We've gotten hardly any negative feedback. The support of the community has been crazy. But when you go up there, most people are talking. There's not even a lot of entertainment being shared right now. It's a lot of people just talking about, they're happy to be on the site, they're happy to be off of Facebook, or happy to have an alternative to Facebook, and they're just talking about building. And there's a lot of people opening up groups, Black History groups, and things like that. So it's a lot of positivity up there, man. It's a dope site, and we have the difference between our site and a lot of other social media networks, including Facebook, is we have a public timeline. So when you first sign up, you have access to everybody right away. So you can have your own private timeline. You can click to your own private timeline and only discuss things with your particular friends and followers, or you can go onto the public timeline and immediately start a discussion with everybody on the site. So that opens up, a whole different perspective from a social media platform. So we're not just trying to be a Facebook clone. We're trying to bring something different to the whole platform of social media.
Man, that's dope for
right
real,
there.
man.
So, who's on your team? I like to give everybody, make sure everybody gets a little shout out.
I'm the co-founder of Black Junction. We got about 6 people working. It's me, my Anthony, Paul, but he couldn't make it tonight. We actually grew up together, literally next door to each other since we was 8 years old. So we've been, rocking for a long time. Me and him are the co-owner, and then we have some people helping us with the production. We have somebody named Stacy, Latoya, Jasmine. There's about 6 of us. I don't want to leave anybody out because we had a couple of new people that just signed on. But it's about 6 of us right now. We're trying to grow a little bit more, because we're expecting this year to really start pushing heavily, advertising more, bigger ad campaigns and growing exponentially. So we definitely want to add more people to the team. We definitely need more developers because right now I'm the main developer. My background is in web development. I have a web design company. So I'm doing a lot of the coding work. I have a few people that work with me here and there, like freelance type people, but we need another person to help out, more regularly as we build. But everything right now is going good. It's moving faster than we expected, but that's good.
That is good, man. And we did the same thing. We came together, man. Liberation Minded Media, man. Black Eye Stand Radio, My Skin Is My Sin. Get This Wisdom magazine, The Rundown with Renee, and Do the Knowledge Radio. In essence, to do the same thing, so that we can take back our narrative.
That's what it's about, man. It's about linking up. We plan on linking up with a lot of other, even Black social media networks. We want to link up with everybody and start a network. I'm just waiting till we're in the process of setting up the next upgrade for the app because we're having a couple of, a few minor bug issues with the Android app. So once we get that out and everything is 100%, then I'm going to start reaching out to other companies and other Black-owned businesses and seeing if we can link up and, support each other.
Oh, no doubt. You already know, man. You already know this home for y'all, bro. So whenever y'all got something new,
man.
you want to come back on the show, man, just hit me up.
Definitely, man.
Okay,
we appreciate the support from everybody.
Yeah, no doubt.
Question. So how long has the website? I'm sorry, I'm old. How long has the social media site been up? How long has it been up and running?
Black Junction has been up since September. We launched Black Junction in September. We launched Black Main Street. It's 2 separate different sites. BlackMainStreet.net. It used to be a social networking site for Black businesses, and we kind of flipped that into Black Junction. But Black Main Street, we launched back in late 2015, November of 2015. We launched Black Junction, which is a complete social media platform. We launched that mid-September of last year, of 2016. So it's been about 4 or 5 months about.
Hey, and I have personally seen their work, every now and then I send them one of our shows or whatever, and they did a nice, just a phenomenal article. The views went through the roof. It was really, it wasn't no just low budget shit. It was really, really, really a good, phenomenal piece. So I've seen that personally.
Keep everything as professional as possible. A lot of people look at Black business and try to put us all in the category of being unprofessional and half-assing, and we want to make sure we break that mold. Because I deal with a lot of Black businesses through my web design company, and we are not unprofessional. We're on point.
Yeah, that's a fact right there. I can speak to that. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
No, I said that's at the forefront of everything that we do. We want to make sure everything is professional and on point. So from the social media aspect and also back to the BlackMainStreet.net, we make sure everything is looking good, clean and professional and easy to read, and works right. So that's why I'm holding off on contacting these other businesses. There's a lot of businesses that we watching and we see them making moves and doing, important things in the community. But I want to make sure that we're 100% on point with the other apps. Like I told you, dropping a new app within the next couple of weeks. So once that comes out, then we want to start reaching out to other companies and linking up. We've had a lot of different companies reach out to us already, asking to advertise and things like that. But I just don't want to put it up there when we're not ready. You know what I'm saying? We've only been up for about 4 or 5 months. So we want to make sure we get to a certain point.
Everything right.
Yeah, everything needs to be on point 100%. But that being said, the site is good to go. I hear, everything is running fine. But there's obviously hiccups and things when you first start out. When you got 3 different platforms, you got the iOS app, you got the Android app, and you got the desktop version. So it's mainly just me keeping that. From a coding standpoint and from the background standpoint, it's mainly just me keeping that up. So, sometimes you got to let things flow a little bit before you get to where you need to be.
Yeah, I feel that. We got an app, too, coming out, too, actually. We came up with a game show called the Conscious Olympics. And just in a nutshell, it's like Jeopardy for black folks and about black folks.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're about to drop that app hopefully in the next couple of months.
Okay.
So that's really, and I'm gonna reach out to you. So that's not even a question.
Yeah, definitely. Let me know who helped you out with the app, man, because I could definitely use help keeping my app going.
Oh, you know what? While I got you on the phone, and you need to link up with Trey Minor, and I'm gonna make sure that happens, man. I don't know, because you don't really be on the book that much. So the only way I could really do it is I'm sorry, was that you, Trey?
Oh, yeah, it's definitely me, brother, and that's definitely what we do. There's the mobile app thing. And as far as your website design company, I'm sorry, it might be a little off track, but where can we find you? Can we get a website to where the family can look for you?
You're talking about for the web design?
Yeah.
That's gzpdesigns.com. gzpdesigns.com.
All right, definitely. I just want to make sure I just want to make sure people can know where to find you. I heard you mention that you was in that field. I'm also in a similar space, but I feel like I'm sure as you found since you've been in that space, there's enough room for all of our people. I would just prefer that our people the ones that get it.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? For real, I would prefer to see you get a job, bro, than the next motherfucker.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Trey is the one doing our app.
Oh, okay. I'm asking you doing your app and you're on the phone. All right. Yeah, definitely, man.
I know he got a show, so I wanted to make sure, I didn't know if he was still on with us or not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely link up afterwards then. We definitely, we're working on the app, and I'm not really I do web development. I don't really do too much with the apps, but I do, as much as I can, but you can definitely use some additional help, so I'm going to check you out. What's your website? I'll get all the information from, I guess, I'm going to log on and listen to I didn't get a chance to listen to the opening of the show, but I'm going to check it out later. I'll get all the information from there.
And I'm going to say it anyway, just in case some of the family was, needed to hear it. You can find us at www.thebillminorgroup.net. That's TheBillMinorGroup.net.
Dope. Hey, and do me a favor, Trey. Inbox me that link, and what I'll do, Yusuf, is I'll inbox it to you on Black Junction.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Make it simple. But I love to see that, man. I love to get brothers together that do similar things and may be of benefit to each other. That's dope.
Mhm.
Kind of the point of us being here.
Facts. Definitely.
Exactly.
Oh man, so basically you said that your social media outlet garnered over 10,000 new users between September and January the 19th. That is astonishing in my personal opinion. You feel me? Because we were just talking about the differences between something that's black owned and something that's white owned for real. It's kind of like pulling teeth a little bit, but the ones that's dedicated to being around black people will just flock to it. It's like second nature. You feel me? So are you okay, how can I put this? The traffic that will be coming towards your social media site for real. How much will it be the cracking down, because as it flourishes as far as members, sometimes the fuckery can be involved as well. How would you be policing situations and things of that nature?
Well, mainly we're going to be monitoring, which we already are. We monitor the public timeline. Like, we don't want to. If you want to go in your own personal space and you want to, post what you want to post, if it's not on a public timeline, unless somebody reports it to us, and it's something that's egregious, then it's up to you. It's on your personal timeline. Only your friends are seeing it. But again, we have a public timeline, so that's monitored, and we're constantly letting people know there's no advertising on the public timeline. There's no fight videos. We actually have a whole outline of the public timeline posting guidelines, and whenever someone violates those guidelines, you let them know a couple of times, and then you might have to stop them from being able to post on the public timeline after a while. But we haven't really had that other than advertising, because, people have their businesses, they want to pump their advertisements. Other than that, we haven't had any really, a lot of fuckery on the site right now. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, that's definitely dope. Because I think that's the last thing that especially us on this phone, that's the last thing that any of us wants to see right now. That's the last thing we want to see. Our brothers basically degrading each other, hurting each other, fighting each other, stabbing each other, killing each other.
Yeah, that was like the number one bullet point. Like, we don't want no fight videos and all that bullshit on the website. That's part of the reason why I don't be on Facebook like that. Like, you scroll through your timeline and there's just people fighting and all these different media outlets making money off of black people looking like idiots. And I mean, we're not going to open up our own site and have the same thing happening. So, again, like I said, if you have your own personal timeline, do what you want to do on that. As long as nobody reports what you're doing, we probably won't even see it because it's on your personal timeline. We can't look at everybody's timeline constantly. But as far as the public timeline, which is a timeline that everyone will be on, we monitor that pretty regularly, pretty strictly. So if you violate those terms, we just stop you from posting on the timeline for a certain period of time, or we just remove your post.
And I'm looking a little ugly, man. I only got 18 friends, man. You got to hook me up.
Yeah.
I'm trying.
The thing about the public timeline is I think because of the fact that it's a public timeline, it might keep people from friend requesting as much as they would. But I think as time goes on, people will realize that we add more functions and features to the site, people will be friending up a little bit more. But yeah, just get on more, man. I should just log on more often. You know what I'm saying? Like I try to. We're not saying you leave Facebook because that's unrealistic at this moment. Like, everyone's on Facebook. If you want to be on Facebook, all your friends and family are out there. But eventually, as we grow, you know what I'm saying, you can support both of us, support all of us, support the other black social media
you
sites
think about
also.
it. Everybody got more than one social media account. It may be Instagram and Facebook
Instagram.
or Twitter or Instagram. Everybody got more than one anyway. So,
especially from a business standpoint. Especially from a business standpoint.
I totally agree with you on that, Jobs, but I'm glad that the brother said it because sometimes you really have to explain to black people, like, yes, you can like more than one thing. You can be on both. You be like, come join my website. You want me to leave
from
Facebook?
A business,
no.
And we've never even mentioned. We don't even really mention, like, we're not trying to topple Facebook. That's not even on our, like. We're trying to do something different. Like, Facebook can be Facebook and we'll be Black Junction. Like, we're not trying to topple them. If you want to be on Facebook, we're not going to look down at you. I still have an account on Facebook. I spoke to, you know what I'm saying? And especially from a business standpoint, it's the biggest platform in the world right now. It's the biggest social media platform in the world. If you want people to see your business, you probably should stay on Facebook for, as long as you can. But eventually you want to get to a level where we are a viable option where you can come and advertise and promote your business and still reach the the audience that you want to reach, especially if you're trying to reach your core audience as a black demographic. That's what we are. But we can't.
Let me ask you this, bro.
To assume you're going to just cut off all your other social media accounts.
Let me ask you this. So Zuckerberg comes to y'all and says, we got $100 million for the company. You take it? Start something new?
No.
You keep plugging away.
No, we keep the point of this business is to give, like, the reason why we got into this space and with Black Main Street and Black Junction and some other sites we've been putting through is because we want to build something for the black community. Like, we're not going to sell it at the first drop of a dime. Like, this could be, like, social media is a huge platform. It's not just to go on and have fun. Like, we can build a community and make a lot of money off it while we're doing it, and use that money to build other platforms and do other things. So that's far from our radar right now. We're not even thinking about anything like that.
Okay,
you on that.
Another question. I think we touched on this earlier, but non-melanated people, are they allowed on the website, on the platform?
There are. We have no way of checking if you're black or white when you sign up. It's pretty much it's not realistic to be able to do that. I mean, you could sign up to a site and never upload a profile picture, or you can sign up to a site and upload a profile picture of a cat. You know what I'm saying? So there's no way for us to know. There are white people who signed up, and we're not going to delete their accounts because we're not building Black Junction to be a place to hide from white people or a place. It's a place for black people. It's not an anti-white location, but it's a place for black people, and you're probably not going to feel. I don't want to say you're not going to feel comfortable, but you're not really going to.
You're not going to be in your element, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. You're not really going to fit in on the site. And
right.
if you go up there and
come in, you just can't sit on the couch.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're probably not going to, and it's pretty much going to be delegated by the community. You might go up there and say, we've had people sign up, white people sign up. None of them really, once in a while they might say something like, hey guys, I like what you're doing. You've had white people actually say things like that and send us emails like that. But if you come in there, you're really, like, we had a white person sign up just recently, and the first thing they posted was, I love black people. I hope to be with one day. And I thought it was kind of weird. But it's going to go by the community. You know what I'm saying? You have your own personal timeline. You can block people. You don't have to talk to everybody. But we can't. There's no way for us to relegate it like that. There's no way for us to DNA test everybody or even know who everyone is. It's the internet. You could be anybody on the internet. You can put up whatever picture you want to put up, and there's no way for us to stop.
That's very true.
Yeah, unfortunately. Well, actually, I take that back.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately,
Yeah, but the space. The point of the space is that us as black people, we can come up there and we can talk about what we want to talk about without worry of being censored or shut down. And it's a place for black people. If other people want to come on and try to be part of it, then that's their prerogative. But it's not going to hinder what we're doing. We're not going to change what we're doing for them.
So would you say that would you agree that there is a purge going on in the larger social media networks, i.e. Facebook, Twitter, and the like?
I don't know if it's a purge, but I don't think it would be good business sense for something like a Facebook to try to get rid of black people. But I think they are trying to silence a lot of what we're talking about. Like a big part of the reason why we finally decided to go from Black Main Street to Black Junction and just make it a completely social network for the black community in general was the Corinne Gaines situation. I think it seemed like to me like when that happened, after that was when a lot of people started saying they were getting censored. After the whole Corinne Gaines, when Facebook shut her video off before the police came in there and murdered her, it seemed like right around then was when a lot of people started complaining about Facebook shutting their account. And then also, when I don't know if you remember, it was just last year, but when Terrence Crutcher got shot, I went on Facebook and I noticed that it wasn't trending when it happened. It was the day it happened. Everyone was talking about it because when I was on Facebook, I was all over the black groups, the Black history groups, the Black business groups. Everyone was talking about it. But I looked in the trending topics and his name wasn't in there. I'm like, well, there's no. Even on Twitter, it was a trending topic. So I'm like, there's no way this is not trending on Facebook. So I don't know if you know, but on Facebook, when you click on the search bar and you type in a phrase or a name or whatever, it'll automatically tell you how many people on the site are talking about this particular topic. So you can actually see that I took pictures of this. I took pictures of this and put it on my Instagram page. You can look at our Black Main Street Instagram page and see that I took pictures of it. I took a picture of the trending topics. Terrence Crutcher was not there. I typed his name in the search bar, and it said 54,000 people were talking about Terrence Crutcher. So that's when I knew there was something going on because I'm like, okay, 54,000. And if you look on the trending topic that I put up there that they had at the time, there was people that was talking about like I forget who, but it was like 4,000 people talking about this particular topic. But 54,000 were talking about Terrence Crutcher, and he wasn't in the trending topic. So that to me, it was an obvious like, okay, they're trying to not necessarily get us off of their website because that would be a big blow to them. Like it's a huge amount of black people that are on social media and on their website, but they're trying to direct what we're talking about. They're trying to only let certain things come through. If they don't like what's coming through, they probably have algorithms set up when you say certain things, they automatically suspend your account or automatically delete your posts because, I mean, they can't go through every post on the site. They probably have the site set up to do it automatically.
Yeah, but, I'm pretty sure that was one of their words.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I mean, my account, I've been suspended temporarily on Facebook multiple times. On Black Main Street, we couldn't post anymore for a while. I've been suspended from YouTube also. As soon as we opened up a YouTube page for Black Main Street, literally within 24 hours, they had suspended it, and it's still suspended. We didn't even post anything yet. We had just posted some tutorial videos on how to use the site, and they suspended it.
Wow. The fuck?
And it was crazy because I have a YouTube video for my other business, or a YouTube account for my other business, which posts the exact same type of videos. Like, I'll do somebody's website, I'll do a tutorial on how to use the website, I'll do things on the website. And we had the new platform of Black Main Street. I put up a video on how to use Black Main Street because there's a lot of stuff going on. We had a directory, we had a marketplace. Literally within 24 hours, they shut off. It was suspended, and it's still suspended right now. You still can't go up there. I just said, forget, I just won't use them.
Did they give you any reason, anything, nothing? Just
it said that we had violated. It was one of those template type letters, like you had violated something you posted, violated the standards or something. It was something like that. I actually took a screenshot of that too. I got that also, but literally it was just a video. It didn't even say it. It just told you like click here to change your profile picture, go here to add. It was just a tutorial video, and literally they suspended us like right away. So I think there is definitely something going on. I don't know if they're trying to get rid of black people on social media. I doubt that they want to do that, but they are trying to limit what we talk about.
Regulate. I think they're trying to regulate.
That's what I'm doing. Yeah. They're trying to regulate it, exactly.
Yeah, because
and it seemed like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but it seemed like right after the Corinne Gaines situation happened, it started really blowing up. Like before that, like I said, I've been all over Facebook groups. I'm in like hundreds of black Facebook groups, business groups, and Black History groups, and right after that, everyone started talking about getting suspended off Facebook.
Yeah, I can see that because right before the Corinne Gaines incident, we had the Philando Castile incident, and what basically brought it to the light was because she went Facebook Live on it, and
right.
Well, actually, I don't even think that cop was even went to trial for that. So basically, I thought about it, and Facebook looked at it as like, well, we ain't gonna let this happen twice. Because Corinne Gaines was going live as well, and then they blacked out her whole Facebook account. Then after that,
they cut her off while she was going live. While the cops were coming into her apartment about to kill her, they cut it off. The cops called Facebook, and Facebook cut her feed right there. And that was like a big reason why I was like, we just gotta let's just do it. Let's make something of our own, because that was bullshit.
Right.
And
I feel
Facebook
like you
is
shouldn't
doing
be
basically
involved
what the
in
government has done over and over and over is they test the water a little bit. And see if there's going to be a significant enough response to the fucked up shit they're doing, even if they're doing it in increments. And I think that's what they're doing now. How much can we get away with as far as banning y'all without y'all leaving? Not banning you, but monitoring you.
Yeah, exactly. And we complain about it, but like I see people making Facebook videos complaining about Facebook shutting them off, and I'm like, I get it, but like, you gotta stop complaining. You gotta start doing shit. Like, literally, like they cut me off, but I'm gonna be back though. I'll be right back. When I'm like, but how do we look when we're talking about like we're so upset about these things happening, but we continue to use these platforms? It's you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we need to leave. We can leave Facebook. It's almost, especially from a business standpoint. Like on my personal account, I'm hardly ever on Facebook. From a business standpoint, you kind of need Facebook at this stage of the game. As these other platforms are building up, you kind of need Facebook. You do got to promote your business on Facebook. You do need YouTube. There's no other alternative right now, but it's just a matter of us doing something. Like, don't just complain and then just go back to like it's normal. Like when they see, it's got to be somebody sitting back laughing at us. Like, you complaining, but you're still using it. So what do I care?
True. Yeah. Let me ask you this: is there a number of followers or people that sign up to Black Junction where you feel like you will no longer need Facebook? Like, would 100,000 people sustain you?
You mean where I would feel like I wouldn't need Facebook from personally, or you mean like the community in general?
From a business standpoint, where you feel like, you know what, I'm done with Facebook, we good over here.
It's really going to depend on the numbers. If I put an advertisement on Black Junction and the numbers don't equal up to the Facebook numbers, then I got to continue to promote on Facebook. And for us from Black Junction, like we go on Facebook to try to get you off and come to us. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily you need to leave Facebook, but we advertise Black Junction on Facebook in order for you to come over to Black Junction. Even on Black Junction, if you want to sign up quickly, you can click on the Facebook button. It'll transfer your stuff over from Facebook. And again, like, we just got to be realistic. Like, I'm not going to say to you that we're trying to topple Facebook. We're trying to do our own thing. Like, I don't like when people call us the Black Facebook, because we're not the Black Facebook. We're Black Junction. We're building something of our own. Like, I don't want to be compared to them. We're not trying to topple them. I think we give the establishment and white people too much power when we do that. We constantly talk about what they're doing to us. We need to just do our own. Fuck what they're doing and just do our own. That's where I've been at. That's where I'm on. Like, if you want to complain, it's cool to complain. It's cool to have discussions, but at the end of that discussion, do something. Even if that something is just going to sign up on some other social. Even if you want to stay on Facebook, at least go sign up on another platform and show a little support.
honestly, I feel there's no reason to actually leave Facebook, and I'm gonna tell you why. For real, I'm not saying that I want to be cuddled up under the white man, but we gotta understand, like, as far as social media outlets, they have the biggest platform of all of them. So why would I leave? Because if my numbers, like 100,000, would be close to probably like 5% of what Facebook is averaging as far as all the people on their website. For real, you feel me? The only way I could see myself if I was to run my own social media network to totally leave Facebook, I would have to have more followers than them.
Yeah, Facebook.
That would probably be the only reason.
You'll never get to the point where Facebook is. We won't get to that level. We're not even trying to get to that level because we're catering to a particular demographic. We cater to black people. Facebook caters to everyone. Facebook has like 500 million people. Maybe close to 1 billion by now. That's why I say we're not trying to topple them. And I'm not saying anyone should leave Facebook. And again, especially from a business standpoint, like you can utilize it for what it is. Get your information out there and help let them, build you up, and then make your decision from there. Like you can be on both. If you can be on, that's what I'm saying. You're going to complain about Facebook, do something. Don't just complain about it.
And the thing is, I totally 100%. I'm sorry to cut in, but I totally 100% agree with the brother's perspective because the thing is, it's like this. Even when the brother's numbers surpass Facebook, as long as there's 10 people on Facebook, then damn it, advertise to those 10 people. There's nothing wrong with that. Like, diversify your market.
I don't know. I guess
we can't limit ourselves.
Me personally, if you had all black, not even all black people, if you had 100,000 people, you had you at that point right there where that 100,000 will turn to 1 million in 6 months. You done got to that point where it'll be easy to reach people. You get to 1 million, I'm done with them. Like I'm good. If all I gotta do is eat off of just having that million and being able to give back to the community, I'm good with that. Because me personally, I'm a competitive individual. I want to be bigger than Facebook. I want to penetrate market so much that they can't. I feel you. I'm just not one of those I can't people, and I know it may be unrealistic, and it probably is, but that's just what drives me. I want to be bigger than Facebook.
And the thing is, the way you get there is by reaching your people where they at, right? So the way you get bigger than Facebook is by reaching out to your brother and your sister exactly where they at. Right now, we know they on Facebook, so you reach out to them there. We know they on Twitter, we reach out to them there. You know they on Instagram, we reach out to them there. And in the same fashion that they can use 2-3 different, like they use Snapchat and Instagram and Facebook, then you can just add, if you do nothing but just add a black social media platform to your daily routine, and then what you start finding is like you win just by becoming an option. Same way the Queen has so aptly talked about how they control the options. Now when you're an option there and you see that when I post some real shit and on Facebook it get me blocked for 30 days, but then this brother right here with this dope-ass platform with the same amount of outreach, I can post whatever pro-black shit with no recourse, then you start to push that more. It's like the way we do it, instead of just hypothesizing and capitulating, like let's actually go to where it's like one thing that the crackers are doing effectively is they're attacking our wants. They know that people spend money and spend time based on wants. So when we're able to fill those voids and be able to become something that our people willingly go to, when we actually fashion and market our business to be exactly that, then we can fill those voids. Then we can become a want. Like, we don't want to keep trying to, like, force our people, like, hey, this ain't something they fuck with, but because we black, let's just try to force them to this. Like, it's not realistic. It is not going to be, like, realistically, you're not going to shut Facebook down tomorrow. But when you can actually show, hey, this is dope and this is effectively meeting your needs, then you can start to stamp them out. It's a process.
It was something that a very wealthy person told me, for real. He said, if you put a standard where you want to reach, you're never going to reach it, for real, because that's what you're dedicated to reach. Somebody that wants all the money has no limitation on what they want. So just like the brother said, it was only 10 people on Facebook, I'm going to attack those 10 people right there. I want it all. When people obtain wealth and money, they didn't say, well, when I get $1 million, I'm going to chill. That's not realistic. That person that says that never reaches $1 million. because they're already complacent and comfortable with just having certain things. Somebody that goes out there and they have the initiative to get it all, well, I would stay on any platform that I'm already on right now to build mine up. Just like Brother Job said, he's a very competitive person. To help your competitiveness, you would have to stay on those platforms.
Yeah, it's not realistic.
You
can't be a viable option online and not be advertising or promoting on Facebook. You just can't. You can't get to a certain level without. I mean, it's the biggest advertising. I mean, outside of Google, it's the biggest advertising network online, and I mean, you can reach specifically the demographic you're trying to reach. You know what I'm saying? So it's not really realistic for us to say that lead. And we obviously want to be a huge social media platform. We want to have within our demo, but you could never be bigger than Facebook because Facebook doesn't have a specific demo. Facebook is everyone.
Correct.
Facebook is not saying we only want Jewish people or we only want white people. We're building a platform specifically for black people, so we can never be on the level of Facebook as far as members, but within the black community, we want to be on the level of Facebook. You know what I'm saying? But again, we don't say, hey, get off of Facebook right now and come to Black Junction. It's not even realistic. We got to live in reality. Like there are a lot of people that have personal accounts that are saying I'm off of Facebook and I'm done. Like me, for example. Obviously, it's my platform. I don't really fuck with Facebook on my personal account too much. But I got to go up there on my business account every now and then and promote things. But eventually, once you get to a certain point, I'll probably shut down my business account because I have a social media platform that I created myself. But from a regular business standpoint, you just get the money that you need. We need to build the economy, the black economy. So for people to say shit like, don't take money from white people or shit like that, or get off of Facebook and just figure it out, it makes no sense because no other group is doing that. No other race is doing that. They're taking money from everyone, and they're definitely taking money from us. So there's no way in fucking way to say I'm not taking money from white people. That's just stupidity. So we got to work within reality. And, like, if I know if I can go to Facebook and put a certain amount of money on an advertisement and get a certain amount of people signed up on Black Junction, I'm going to do that because it makes more sense. If I know I can go on Google and put an ad on Google and get more people to sign up on my platform, I'm going to do that. If I can do it on Instagram, do it on Instagram. That doesn't mean that I'm not supporting
I'm sorry
black...
to cut you off, bro. I promised one of the queens that called in a little earlier that I'd get her back on. I just realized we only got about 10 minutes left, man. So I want to get her call back on, if you don't mind. So hold on one second.
Let the record be known. If there's any white people who want to give us money, email us at
I'm all for it.
at goonsthegauze@gmail.com. We will take your money. We will take your money. We will definitely take your money.
Yeah, I don't like that either. And I'm gonna get you right quick, Queen. But I don't like that either because it's not about them. You selling a product to them. It's about what you do with the profits of that product.
Exactly.
If you in turn give it right back to them, then that defeats the purpose. But if you in turn give it back to the community, and I'm not saying just donate it, but if you need a service, there's a black person doing it. So it just depends on the outcome of the finances. Me personally, it's just my 2 cents. But let me get.
Can I just say one thing real quick?
Oh,
before
go ahead.
we get off. I'll definitely get it back on. Just give me 2 seconds. I just wanted to mention this while I was on. I think we need to also, is another big industry that we're not taking advantage of. It's the crowdfunding industry. It's huge. It's a $1 billion industry, and we have black-owned crowdfunding websites. I'm not connected to them in any way, but there's BBnomics and Boyce Watkins has one. There's another one. But I see a lot of our prominent leaders or head figures, they're using like GoFundMe to promote their campaigns, the campaigns that are trying to get money to support the black economy. And to me, it's insane because you have a black outlet that you could be doing that on. You shouldn't be on these GoFundMe. Like somebody just recently raised $300,000 on their particular GoFundMe campaign. It's a person that is really heavy in the, keeping the dollar in the black community. They just GoFundMe takes 5% of that money. You just gave GoFundMe $15,000 you could have kept in the black community by being on a different, black-owned crowdfunding network. I just wanted to get that out because I was just having this discussion with a bunch of my friends, and we got to look a little bit before we start, just go on Google and type in black-owned whatever and see if it's one available and see if it's viable and keep that money within our community before we go out there and start giving to other people, especially when our platform is based on supporting black-owned, businesses.
That's a fact.
I just wanted to rant that out there real quick. My fault.
I want you to get
I am not mad at you. Hold on, AJ. Hold on one second, AJ. We're gonna get to 0502 right quick. And Queen, you can't. I can't give you the rest of the show. We might go over a little bit, just depending on how the brothers feel. But we're gonna get to you right now. What's good, Queen?
Hey, King. No, to me, I just wanted to make sure that we were all on the same page with the idea of what I was talking about, because I have a way of just sitting back and watching things go by me. And you know how the King was saying, I want to know how they know I was a pomade. That's a clear indication of how closely they watch individuals and what trends for them. Everyone knows I'm an animal lover, so sometimes I come on my Facebook and there's nothing but animal stuff going on my Facebook. You know what I mean? Like, they do watch closely what we do. And if we have a voice and we have a following, if your page goes from 300 friends to 5,000 friends in a couple of months, you are pivotal in who they're going to be watching. They want to know what it is that you're bringing to the table, and essentially stealing ideas 100% of the way.
Fact.
People of color are the most beautifully gifted, beautiful-minded, well-spoken, eloquent. Let's just keep it a buck. Artistically, they cannot touch us. They run through us for their ideas. For the flavor that we add, the flavor that...
I thought of that meme when you said that, too.
That is the truth.
I mean, we already know white people only utilize two things for real: the gun and the patent office. We already know that. White people only utilize two things ever since they came to America. That's the patent office and the gun. That's the only thing they utilized. That's a fact.
It's off the backs of people of color, period, in the discussion. We know that. We know that.
That ain't...
They
and they
like
tell
how
you.
The old cliche is they put a blonde ponytail and some blue eyes on it, and all of a sudden it becomes their idea. No. So and just like they keep our real history from us. And in the books, every face we looking at in terms of our supposed history, everybody is white. No, that is not our truth. That is not our way. That is not our path. You know what? One of the biggest problems I found in how social media does trend, and which is why I kind of watch everybody and how they flow, is that the biggest disparity is always going to be that they're never going to give you the credit where it's due. They're never going to place the beautiful, wonderful concepts, beautiful art, music, everything that we are all a part of, and this is every nation under, the moon, but like what we bring to the table and how it absolutely adds so much light to everyone else's life. And as much as white people that hate the idea that they even have to be near a black neighbor or something like that, they don't even know how much of what is in their home comes right off of our minds. How much of what they're wearing comes right off our fingertips. They
probably know. They just don't give a shit.
Yeah,
no,
they know.
Because you got some real country bumping, missing tooth people, ass scratching. Hey, look at these idiots that stand behind Donald Trump, who don't even realize that he looks at them. They in the minority too, because they're not making over $300,000 in residual funds. Listen, this can go in a lot of different directions. I just wanted for y'all, I just wanted to make sure I planted that seed so that everybody understands. They're not just looking at us for,
Queen, we only got a couple minutes left. I want to make sure I get one more
call
in.
I didn't want to come back on. I just wanted to make sure y'all understood where I was coming from.
I made a promise. I like to keep my word.
I just got one more
like
question.
I think I go to understand exactly where I was coming from. Shoot, I'm in the house making empanadas and arroz con salchicha. Don't mess with me.
Okay.
Yes, we on the way. We on the way.
This is a platform that you can open up and talk about on some other days. Or
I have a question for the brother that has Black Junction for real. Just real quick, do you think that if you had somebody that was very predominant in the Black community, like a Tariq Nasheed, Boyce Watkins, wanted to advertise your website for real, like, would you be down with that? Or somebody that's like a known celebrity or something, that's a Black known celebrity, like Alicia Keys, or somebody that's semi-part of the movement. How would you feel about that?
I would be 100% for it. We're going to start reaching out to all these people very soon. Like I said, I was just waiting for us to get the app ready, but we're going to start. I'm spamming them. I'm reaching out to everybody. We definitely be down for that.
Oh, dope.
Right, what are you gonna say? No, Dr. Boyce, I'm cool. I don't want you.
I don't want the support.
I feel you. It was alluding to my next question because I was gonna be like, well, what does Birdman wanted to promote the website?
Listen, if anybody has connections and they want to support what we're doing, then support it. Like, push it out there. Like, if you want to reach people and get people to sign up, then I'm cool with it. Birdman and anybody, I don't care who it is.
They had the Birdman hand rub. Hey, we're going to get to this last caller, though, right quick, AJ. We got 7823. They've been on hold for a minute. And so hold on 1 second. What's good, fam?
Yo, please, what's going on?
Oh, what's going on, man? You all right? We got Yusuf on the line from blackjunction.com.
Right.
Knowledge born Allah. What's going on, bro?
I need that info from Yusuf, man. You know what I'm saying? So I can promote as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no doubt. It's blackjunction.com.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to you, see if I can schedule for the show over here on Do Not's Radio.
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right.
And I'm actually about to post it now too. Knowledge.
Okay.
Yeah, you could reach me on blackjunction.com. I'm up there more than I'm on anything else. So you could actually just go up there and send me a message or just send me an email.
I'll do that.
And send me a request when you get on too.
Right.
Well, what's going on, man? What you think about the topic, though, bro? And you know what we didn't address, and I kind of do want to, maybe we'll go over a little bit if y'all cool. We didn't address, as a community, why we are missing out on the technological advances.
Well, I can kind of speak on that, and I feel as though that most of the people that the dominant society push in our face has nothing to do with that field of work. Most of the people that we see 24/7 on TV all day, either they're catching the ball, dribbling the ball, shooting somebody, or rapping about shooting somebody. What's working? That field is not something that they held high. So basically, when certain people, with their minds are kind of warped and believe everything they see on TV, they think that being in that field is too complicated. But it's a basketball court right around the corner. I could be just LeBron James. You think what I'm saying? Where it's actually a higher opportunity for him to basically get into that field.
Hey, somebody got some background noise. I don't know who that is. So if I happen to mute you, I'm just trying to find out who it is. So my bad in advance. And I mean, I guess, that's part of the problem. I wouldn't say that's like,
I think
totally.
It's not one immediate problem. It's never one immediate problem. It's a plethora of things.
I don't think culturally we applaud those, and I guess that might tie into what you're saying. Then we don't applaud the smart kid. The guy that got a perfect score in math on the SAT, and got $2 million worth of scholarships, whether you agree or not, as far as should somebody go to school. The fact that he's able to get that opportunity.
You don't have to be the smart kid. I think what it is the reason why our people dedicate so much time to social media, but only spend it to post twerk videos and fight videos and what the fuck we ate today. It's the same reason why we spend so much money working on at a cracker's job, but don't leave without owning shit. It's our lack of knowledge of the game. When you understand the game, when you understand the sole purpose behind these social medias, these social media platforms and how crackers are actually benefiting from it, then you're more apt and adept to actually use it to your benefit.
Right.
You know what? I don't think I will say that I don't think the ones that have made it have done a good enough job of disseminating that information to those of us that quote unquote haven't either. It's like they took their football and ran home in a lot of cases. You know,
exactly
so
right.
I think that
exactly
you
right.
know, I think it's a combination of the two because there's some of us that have quote unquote by this country's standards made it. You know, but like I say, they you know, we got this. Well, if you wasn't there when I was broke, you know, I can't help you. You know, there's a lot of people that wasn't there when you was broke that's making money. They just happen to be white now.
Right.
You know, your lawyer wasn't there when you was on the block not making no money.
Right. The build off what you said, Josh, when you were saying that the smart kid or the kid that got all these scholarships really don't get praised and championed around the hood. I think that us as a people around our age group and our demographic are changing that narrative. So I can agree with you. Maybe that's probably how it was in our upbringing, but now it's kind of cool to be what we would have considered probably like 10 years ago a nerd. Like it's kind of cool now. So I feel as though we have to give ourselves at least a little bit of credit from that aspect.
I will agree with you. I think it's getting better. It definitely is getting better. And I will say that, you know, that was one of the positive things about social media is that the kid that, you know, I saw something that her sister was the youngest doctor in the country at 23. I wouldn't have known that 10 years ago. You know, so it's dope that I felt, you know, I could see that and I could share that. You know, but I do think that we just collectively are not putting enough emphasis on the sciences and math in general.
Man, right.
And we
even when you start to break down these apps and when you start to understand like information technology, that is a science and it's all based upon math.
Fact.
Like when you look at obviously binary code is nothing but zeros and ones. Those are numbers. That's numerical. That's math. And of course, computer science, like computer engineering, is a science. So exactly what you're saying, bro, is that we looking away from those things, and we're not even seeing that this is the engine that's pushing it. All we're seeing is the short term. We're taking everything at face value, and instead of understanding and taking a deeper look as to what's behind that curtain.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And I it's like we're gonna be so far behind if we don't do something quickly that it may take generations to catch up, you know. And what I find interesting, especially like with the whole Russia hacked into the DNC, you know, with the election thing, it's not necessarily that they did it, but how did they do that, you know? And I bet you it's countries all across this planet right now that they have inspired to do the same shit.
Right.
I mean, trust. Damn, you was loud. That shit hurt my ears just now. I got the earbuds. Anyway, I was like, oh shit. Right. Like, oh shit.
I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty loud there, bro. Yeah, but you know, but at some point, you know, we're gonna be playing defense for so long that we're not even gonna. And it's almost like it is now. They have basically transitioned what they've been doing to us in the physical to the internet world.
Right.
Exactly.
Good observation.
Ah, shit.
You know, yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on, bro, but that shit hurt right there, Ron.
Oh, I'm in my phone. Hold on now.
Right, so my man had to start speaking the sign language over there. You feel me?
Hey, he got the beater on, man. You know, he angry right now.
I will say this because Jones, you made a good point when you said how long are we going to be playing defense. It was a study that came out last September for real, and I said Yvette Cornell, she was speaking on it, if I'm not mistaken. I probably butchered her name, but anyway, she said that for the average two-income black family to catch up with the average white-income black family in America, it's going to take 137 years. And we're not talking about where they're going to progress to in 137 years. We're talking about where they're at right now. It's going to take us 137 years to catch up with them right now. So the thing is, we definitely have a lot of smart brothers that can deal with these avenues, algorithms and all that. But I think that a lot of us, we waste our time doing stupid shit like hacking celebrities' accounts. You know, like, let's put our technology.
I wouldn't say that's stupid shit.
Right, I'm gonna disagree with you on that. That's not stupid shit, bro.
That's not stupid shit. You can get money off that.
Well,
you get views, you get money.
But all right, okay, you can say it's not stupid, but let me ask you this: how is that helping black people as a whole? The Black Junction website is helping black people as a whole.
If you want to know the truth, bro, and I don't know, I never even disseminated this on my own show every Thursday on Blog Talk, but I actually own a website, Darkside Digital, where I actually deal in that, and I make money off a YouTube check, off of YouTube revenue. So it does benefit my black family because it feeds my black kids. I'm talking about
hey, bro, you're gonna have to hit me up about that, bro.
I'm sorry, it's just real shit. Like, I'm an entrepreneur. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think you heard something.
I agree with you. I'm just talking about.
Yeah, tell him again.
I'm talking about.
All right, you're gonna have to hit me up on that one, Trey.
Hell yeah. Seriously though.
So basically, you're basically saying what I was trying to say the whole time. You're using it for a good cause.
Right.
Some people people use it to get free porn. They have all this knowledge and use it to get free porn.
I mean, but unfortunately, that's going to be with any and everything. You're going to have somebody misuse whatever form you have, whatever thing you've created. Some idiot out there will warp the shit into some fuck shit.
Facts.
It is.
So basically, we need more brothers. We need more brothers like Trey to bring it to good use. That's basically the point I was trying to make. I'm not just saying that there's nobody out there that's not putting it to good use. I'm just saying that the ones that's just doing it for stupid reasons need to get off that bullshit. That's all I'm saying.
Exactly.
And what I'm saying is we need to get more brothers and sisters to the point where Trey is at, as far as, and not just Trey, Yusuf, to the point where they can develop a website.
Yeah, the thing is, I think there's a lot of them out there though. There's a lot of sites like that out there, but I think we need to. We need to, as people on the outside looking at, we need to be looking for those type of, like I was talking about with the crowdfunding. Like, these crowdfunding avenues exist, and if you're in that section of saying support black businesses and support the black economy, but then you're posting your campaign to help support black business and black economy on a non-black owned website, when there's black-owned alternatives, that's a problem. Like, we need to be actively looking, because a lot of us, we start things, we start platforms, we start websites, we put out apps, but we don't have the revenue to advertise and get the name out there, get it promoted, and so it's hard to find them. But if we just take a minute, like, Google is insane. You can just type in anything, and you can find stuff. Just put in black-owned before you just type black-owned, whatever, before you do anything, and keep that money within our our economy, because it really pisses me off when I look at people like, your whole platform is support the black economy. I'm doing this. I'm building something. I need donations, which is cool. But why the fuck are you on GoFundMe when you got BBnomics or Voice Watkins? You got to know about these platforms. If you don't, you're not doing your job. Like, you just lost $15,000. This is just one particular. This is an actual person that did this, that raised $300,000. I'm not going to say who it was, but you raised $300,000 and you gave GoFundMe $15,000. GoFundMe didn't do nothing for you. GoFundMe don't do nothing for you. Literally, you raised $300,000 off of your name, off of your followers. You could have gave them any link you wanted to donate that money, and they would have went to that link and donated that money. And on top of that, now they would have known that BBnomics exists. All those people that donated to you, they would have known, oh, it's a black-owned crowdfunding. Oh, I'm going to donate this money because I want to support black businesses, and now I know about this company. I can support this company too. But why are you on Kickstarter and GoFundMe and Indiegogo when we got black-owned alternatives? And that goes across the board. There's a lot of different companies out there, dope companies, that's not getting the right amount of shine because we're not supporting them. We're not looking for them.
Well, let me say this, and let me touch on this, brother. You are exactly right. And what I say is, like, it's really a multifaceted attack, right? So the first step was for us, like, the leaders of the pack, the pioneers, such as My Skin is My Sin Radio, such as Do the Knowledge Radio, such as our brother Yusuf with the Black social media platform. Like, first we have to build them. We have to build the institutions, right? Because when you look at any cracker institutions or any institutions that survived throughout the years, they all had a start. So we start by building them. Then the next step within this multifaceted attack is making it cool, making it the cultural norm. We define what's cool. One of the brothers had mentioned that earlier. We define what's up. We define what's cool. How do we do it? Well, when we get enough of us to actually understand the efficiency and the efficacy behind it, then we teach our children. So then when they're growing up, they automatically think it's cool. The same way they think that Santa Claus is this or Christmas or whatever the fuck, because kids don't know shit besides what you teach them. So we got to quit thinking of it from like such a hands-off and that we just ride and know. When you take that mind state of, shit, the car is driving, but I'm in the passenger seat, then you get the results a passenger gets. You get wherever that fucking car goes. We got to understand that we're driving. And if you don't like what's on the radio, change the station. Unplug that shit. You know what I'm saying? Teach your kids to where now it becomes a societal norm. The same way, like, our kids don't know shit about Jordan. Like, this is the perfect example. My son don't know a bitch-ass thing about Jordan, but he wants Jordans on his feet. Jordan was my idol. This nigga couldn't even tell you what team Jordan played for, but want every like I throw up to him with fly forces, and he don't even want to wear them. I'm mad, but then spent $80. Like, bro, why you ain't wearing the forces? Because they not Jordan. Nigga, you never seen Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Because they're programmed. You know what I mean? They're programmed, and that's what's cool to them. And that's the same way we got to tell them, like, nigga, fuck a Facebook, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck a K104. We listen to My Skin is My Sin. Like, this is what's cool. This is what's dope. This is what you look to. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. That's dope. That's facts too.
Facts.
Hey man, I really gotta shut it down though, man. I thought I could go a little bit longer, but I got a couple of things I need to do right quick. So I do apologize, fam. I wanted to go a little bit longer, but I want to make sure that everybody get a chance to let the people know where they can contact you for your services that you offering. If you got anything upcoming that you about to do, and y'all already know, man. You come on the show, man. You family, man. This ain't no interview. It's just a regular conversation we have with people. So, you know, all day. You know, and if y'all need anything, man, you already know, man. Don't hesitate. And Trey, you already know, bro. You know, and actually, Yusuf, you already know too, man. You know, so when you matter of fact, when you go on blackjunction.com, when you look to the right, you'll see My Skin is My Sin. So,
and if you need any personal trainers, holler at my man Jerome at goingtogod@gmail.com. He'll get you tight. You'll be wearing white beaters in no time, my dude. In no time.
www.beater.com.
Busting up my tank top.org.
Hey, y'all gonna make me change my name, bro. Y'all gonna make me change my name, man. Y'all gotta tell, man. Man.
Oh, but my Yusuf, you there, bro?
Yeah, I'm here.
I want to make sure you get all your numbers out there, man. Let everybody know where they can contact you. Anything you want to leave with the people before we wrap up the show.
Yeah, definitely. You can reach me and my partners at on blackjunction.com. You can at me at Y_. Well, you're not gonna be able to spell my last name. You can actually just go to the About Us page. And we got links to everybody that works with the company on the About Us page. Also, check out blackmainstreet.net. And we got some other stuff coming out soon. I don't want to say the URLs yet, but we got a lot of other stuff coming out that's going to help out and support the black community. So if you need to reach, actually, send me an email at admin@blackjunction.com. I'll get it there if you need to reach me.
That's dope. That's dope, man. And salute to you, man. Definitely good people. Trey, you still with us, bro?
Of course, and you can reach me online, www.thebillminergroup.net, and you can check us out every Thursday. Thanks to our brother Knowledge Born Out Live. You can catch us on Do the Knowledge Radio every Thursday at 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern. with our show, hashtag Black Money Matter.
Salute.
That's dope. That's dope, man.
Definitely.
And you already know, man. Shout out to the fam at Liberation Minded Media, man. I definitely want to say thank you to everybody that tuned in, man. Everybody that support the show. And we definitely had the honor and the privilege to just chop it up a little bit, man, with Trey Minor and Yusuf. It's Asturias, right?
Yeah, Asturias.
Oh, all right, man. I just want to. I'm
Yeah,
not
you said it
too
right.
good with. All right,
You said it right.
You know, so, my bad if I messed it up, man. I have a tendency to butcher people's
you actually
names.
said it right.
All right. But definitely, man, definitely appreciate y'all coming on, man, and sharing the wisdom. I think we definitely gonna have to continue to do this type of show, because until we catch up technologically and until we start supporting our own on the free shit, it doesn't cost you anything to go to Black Junction. You know.
Exactly.
And there's I believe there's more us. And damn, I am missing one.
Black Spot. There's Black Spot also.
Black Spot is definitely dope as well.
Yeah, Black Spot, more us, Black Junction. There's a couple of us now. You know, you can join all of them. You don't got to join one, and you can join everybody. Saturday's free.
Melanated people. I want to make sure because everybody called up
we
too,
just
man.
had the brother one just now. Yeah.
So look
I'm
that
gonna
up
check him
too,
out.
man.
I'm gonna check his site out also.
Right, you know, and it's okay, like you said, to be in more than one site. You're in 100 million groups, but you want to complain about being in another site.
I got to leave Facebook.
Exactly.
Oh no, Master, I can't go to I can't go to Black Junction.
It don't gotta be one or the other. You can do everybody. You can be on everybody.
Exactly.
I'm on Black Spot. I'm on More Us. I'm not trying to compete with everybody. We all trying to build. Like I want to link up with everybody. We could all start a network and just build and promote each other. Like you got to stop.
That's what I'm talking about right there, bro.
Yeah, that's what we need to do, man. I'm actually working on something where we can have an advertising network for Black businesses, because most of us use AdSense. Even on Black Junction, I got AdSense ads, but it would be dope if we could have a Black advertising network where you could put the code of just Black companies on your website. So we're working on something like that we're trying to launch soon too. So that would be something that could really connect us.
Yeah, let us know what we can do to help. You already know.
Put our code for the Black businesses also, because every now and then we get a Trump ad out there and we be like, God damn, some people don't know how AdSense work. I'm like, we didn't sanction that ad. It just pops up sometimes. If you talk about Trump, sometimes Trump pop up. So
that's very true.
Yeah, like I said, man, anything y'all need, man, don't hesitate. And trust me when I say, I mean that. Because that's just dope right there, especially that one right there, what you was just talking about.
That's dope.
That's a really dope idea right there.
Yeah, we're trying to launch that once we get done with this app. I'm trying to connect with all these Black businesses, and we just all link up and just basically it's just cross promoting right now, and then we just build that into something bigger. You put our ad on your site, put your ad on our site, and we just help each other build.
And you know what? It would be dope. Like I wonder what the top 10 are. The top 10. Let's say the alt Black sites.
Now go check out We Buy Black. I'm not connected with We Buy Black, but I constantly shout them out because I love what they're doing. Like I watched them come up. Like we came up with Black Main Street around the same time, and I watched them grow into like they doing some dope things and some big moves. And that site is official. They check them out. We Buy Black. People call it the Black Etsy. They call themselves the Black Etsy. I don't really like that term. They're We Buy Black. You go. It's a marketplace for Black-owned businesses, and they're dope. They're on point. So if you haven't heard of them, check them out. If you want to buy like some Black-owned products and support Black-owned businesses, check them out. It's a lot of them, man. Just type Black-owned into Google, and you'll find a whole lot of them. And click past the first page. There's a whole lot of them.
That's very good. While we at it, before we sign off, don't forget to check out the website, myskinismysin.com. Just had to throw that out there. But yeah, I actually kind of fucks with We Buy Black, man. So that's I like to hear that, man. When people shout out people that they don't even know they're getting shouted out.
Yeah, I mean, I plan on contacting them, but I haven't spoken to them ever. But we're gonna definitely link up with them because I love what they're doing.
Yeah, I do too, man. Like y'all doing y'all thing too, man. Like I'm not even gonna allow you to get off the air without acknowledging, man. Y'all dope.
Appreciate it, man.
And
Thanks,
I put up numbers.
You're working hard, man. You're trying to. Appreciate it. Maybe we trying. We're trying to build something, definitely.
Oh, no doubt, man. And you know what? Like I said, man, it's family over here, man. Let us know. And on that note, man, AJ, Rome, did y'all have anything y'all wanted to say before we dip, man?
Buy black, support black, embrace black, love black, and that's pretty much it, man. Enjoy the rest of the evening.
I got something to say. In light of what's taking place the state of our country right now, Trump's been inaugurated tomorrow. Got Hell's Angels, white nationalist biker gangs from all over small parts of the country are gathering in Washington, D.C. Y'all niggas better start banging on them niggas, man. I don't know, that D.C., the Klan, like they all over, bro. But scratch that. Just don't fall into, you know what I mean? Just don't fall for the bullshit, man. Don't watch it. Don't support it. It's dumb. We're beyond that. And before I sign off, never forget, it's 1 million white men straining their legs today to put their foot up your ass. The question is, what are you gonna do about it?
Hey, that sound like a promotion. That sound like a promotion for bust out your tank top.com for real.
Oh, and you know what?
You might need to get buffed.
I do apologize, man, to Recio Jones and the Knights of Atlanta, man, because I almost got through the show without mentioning the Melanated Movement on Washington tomorrow. If you in the area, 300 Gangsters is also in the building, from my understanding. If you in the area, go check that out. And actually, they having something from 6 to 10. Yep, you got a couple minutes. Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, that's in Maryland. Okay, so that's where they at tonight, man. So go check them out, and go check out the movement, man. We had the brother on the show, man. Definitely a solid brother. So shout out to them, man. And what we like to do, man, if we can hook somebody up with a service that can help somebody else with a service, that's what we here for. So if you know something, when you know somebody, hit us up. Let us know. You know, the bigger network we can help just a little bit to create, the better off we'll all be. We love y'all. MySkinIsMySin.com, man. Definitely appreciate the brothers that came on the show tonight and the queens dropping the knowledge. If you see a post, share a post. On that note, man, we out.
Peace.
Peace, man.
Peace.
Peace.
White supremacy.